Hello guys, so today I'm going to be watching some Death Battle because I need videos right now. I mean, I have plenty of videos to react to, but feel free to send suggestions, I guess. Anyway, so I'm just gonna be watching this because I was just watching already. So yeah, let's get started.
I was wondering, if you could keep on because the force it's got a lot of power.
Okay, the intro is back. The last two videos didn't have it because the live stream and filmed on a iPod. Yeah, let's get into this.
Look, I'm sure I don't have to explain to you guys who Mega Man is, or what he's about. I mean, he was pretty much a mascot for gaming in the 8 and 16-bit era. You've played his games, you've probably even seen one of his shows or comics before. But what I'm pretty damn sure you haven't seen is a Mega Man that has cursing, violence, and even nudity. Until now, that is. I'm Jocelyn the intern. I do all the research nobody else wants to, straight from the desk of Death Battle. Let me introduce to you the new adventures of Mega Man. And yes, that is the cover of the very first issue. Yeah, this shit is about to get pretty strange, ladies and gentlemen. And let me assure you, this is a 100% genuinely Capcom-approved property. For whatever reason, Capcom licensed out Mega Man to a Brazilian comic house, and this is the outcome of that decision. If you couldn't tell, this Mega Man world is way different than the ones you might be familiar with. For starters, Roll is a fully grown woman. That's because this takes place roughly 30 years after the original Mega Man and Roll were created by Dr. Light. And Dr. Light is dead because Dr. Wily dropped an atom bomb on his lab, creating an apocalyptic world. Seems like a bit overkill, but, evil scientists. If that wasn't bad enough, a lot of the robots revolted and started killing humans. And I do mean killing. Look at these poor bastards. This blue Quickman-looking robot just cut that dude's head off. I mean, Fireman is over there torching a whole bunch of people. These are some straight-up rude robos. Luckily for humanity, Dr. Light was able to build a few more bots before his death, like Proto Man, Mega Man X, and Zero. Which I have to say, it's pretty strange to see Mega Man and X standing next to each other. It's even stranger to see them both curve out over Roll, despite referring to her as their sister. Apparently, robo incest isn't very frowned upon. Now, if you're curious why X is in a bathrobe and Roll is naked, well, let me explain. X is apparently retired and living in the suburbs, which seems like a dick move when there are renegade robots running around murdering people. And Roll is naked because, well, nearly every issue finds an excuse to show off her artificial assets. If you're like me, you've probably got one very potent three-letter question on your mind. WTF?
Y-O.
I mean, straight up, what is going on up in these comics? The art is different in like every issue, and the story is all over the place, and far from anything Mega Man was ever about. Well, luckily I do have some answers for you. First off, the style change is due to the fact that they actually had a fan art contest for each issue in the beginning. Yes, roughly the first half of the 16-issue series was drawn by fans. As for the writing, well, that's pretty interesting. The comic even makes fun of it by breaking the fourth wall in the second issue. You see, a man named Jose Roberto Ferreira wrote the first 5 issues, and this guy had some very strong opinions. Apparently, he didn't think too highly of video games, and he also didn't care too much for Mega Man. In fact, Jose even wrote in a character named Princess, who he intended to use to kill all the other characters and eventually take over the entire series. And this is pretty obvious when she introduces herself and explains how American comic books are trash and ruining Brazil's comic scene. She even calls Roll a retard, which is pretty goddamn rude if you ask me. Keep in mind, all of this, yes, all of this is in a real Mega Man comic series sanctioned by Capcom. Luckily, though, this crazy writer was fired before he could execute writers were hired to finish the series, but even so, this comic was too far gone and ended with about 1,000 loose ends and not a single good issue. Fun fact, the small-time Mega Man character Kalinka is actually in this comic as well. However, she isn't a helpless 9-year-old girl who gets kidnapped. No, she's an interdimensional traveler that is hell-bent on bringing communism to other universes. Okay.
Have you heard about the new Machines Card loyalty program? You can earn points on all purchases made in store. So some bad things happen to you.
Yeah, she's off the charts. He's exactly what I've been wanting to hear.
I need Michael Keaton. Dude, it's Batman.
Mark Hoffman, you know, I got the sexiest shirt in the morning. Death Battle shirt. When you wear this, you're gonna find yourself in a sex battle. I don't know what that is, but I know you'll love it, okay? Now click the link below and buy this shirt, or they're gonna eat me.
So picture this. It's 1995. You're a child. Sonic the Hedgehog is the hottest thing on the block.
Yeah.
And he just came out with his first album on compact disc. You fire it up and you're greeted with a slew of profane tracks that have nothing to do with Sonic. Well, that's exactly what happened in the Netherlands. I'm Jocelyn the intern. I do all the research nobody else wants to, straight from the desk of Death Battle. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Sonic Dance Power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yep, Sonic has not 1, but 8 albums in the Netherlands. These albums are sadly not performed by the Blue Hedgehog himself. They are what's referred to as music compilations, and I guess they're somehow inspired by the Blue Blur? God, don't even ask me how the hell they came to the conclusion that a bunch of mediocre electronic dance music has anything to do with Sonic. But who cares, because these tracks are effing bonkers. Okay, now you're probably wondering, how crazy can these songs be? I mean, they're made for younger kids, right?
Mother of God, it's all toilet sound.
You are very wrong, because these tracks are far from appropriate for kiddie ears. Even some of the song titles are a bit, let's say, risque. For instance, we have songs like Move Your Ass and 20 Fingers Not So Famous Lick It, which I can assure you is every bit as much about oral sex as you would think. I mean, sure, Sonic is probably a fan of going to Mouthtown, because who isn't? But still, I don't really think it fits his attitude. Oh, and then you have songs by bands like Tokyo Ghetto Kitty Cat. Yeah, we're just gonna say Kitty Cat. And if you think that's bad, we're just scratching the surface. Here, have a listen to Useless Man by Minty. Hopefully that helps you understand the distance he's traveled from the realm of Sonic, yet his face is still on the cover of the album. We can't confirm if these were officially licensed Sonic products, but it has been reported that Dance Power 8 even came with a demo of Sonic and Knuckles collection for PC. So there's that. I mean, I could see 1 slipping by the eyes of Sega, but 8? Speaking of music albums shamelessly being sold by your favorite characters, here's one for Mortal Kombat. And yes, this one's official. Now, I'm sure you know the super popular MK theme. Dun 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 Mortal Kombat! Closet, it'd be a lot easier to dance. Anyway, that theme was made by a band called The Immortals. But did you know these guys had a whole slew of other tracks dedicated to the hit fighting game franchise? In fact, you can find beats from pretty much all of the original characters in Mortal Kombat. Some of my personal favorites are Scorpion's track, Lost Soul.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, nice.
Liu Kang's born in China. And of course, the unforgettable Sub-Zero's Chinese Ninja Warrior. Wow.
Which Sub-Zero is this? His brother or the original?
Oh, and did you know that Mortal Kombat also had a live tour? And no, I don't mean the band went on tour. I mean they had a live show where they traveled around doing on-stage martial arts like some kind of bad community theater. And when I say bad, I mean bad. Fun fact, Mortal Kombat's live tour has literally one of the most cringe-worthy news appearances ever in order to promote that show.
That is the ultimate six-pack on the stomach. That's like an 8-pack there.
It is seriously terrible. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check it out for yourself. You're welcome.
If a quarter pound of beef is your favorite thing, you can still come to Arby's.
You know what I love about comics? You can write one about pretty much
Okay.
anything and people won't really judge you for it. Want to make a
Seeing
comic
this
where the morning...
one.
Hey,
Hey, I'm Cortana.
metal shirt available now in the Risky store. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, everybody loves it. Really? Like who? Oh, well, hey, I'm Master Chief, and this shirt's the best thing I've ever worn.
Oh my god.
What do you think, Jonathan the intern? Speechless. Available now in Rooster Teeth store. Oh, I know you love it. I do too.
Jocelyn.
One of our most requested fights here at Death Battle is easily Marvel Comics versus DC Comics. Of course, it would be a huge undertaking and wicked time-consuming. However, in order to sate your hunger, let me tell you about the time they already fought. I'm Jocelyn the intern. I do all the research nobody else wants to, straight from the desk of Death Battle. So, if you haven't been reading comics for years, you probably don't know that the whole DC versus Marvel thing actually happened already.
Okay.
Many, many years ago, in a time when the Dallas Cowboys could actually win a Super Bowl, and Chandler and Monica bumping uglies was merely fan fiction. my fan fiction specifically. If you read that online, that I wrote that was me. The two comic juggernauts came together at last.
Why is the Hulk like that?
Instead of all the big bads and goody goods teaming up for an extra big super ordinary battle of good versus evil, DC and Marvel had something else in mind. Individual fights. The decision to pit their beloved heroes and villains against each other was exactly what we wanted. However, DC and Marvel had to get creative in order to do this because it obviously wouldn't make much narrative sense for someone like Captain America to fight Batman just because. On top of that, DC and Marvel have two fairly different versions of Earth. Where Marvel has the real-world city of New York, DC has Gotham. So how did the two biggest comic brands in the world finally bring their characters together?
They have the live-action version and they have the fake version.
Homeless man's cardboard box that spews out lasers. Yeah, you heard me right. A hobo's light-filled box is the first plot tool they chose to use for this highly anticipated crossover. Hobos. Anyway, as more and more magic light seeps out of our hobo house, more and more heroes and villains simply disappear without explanation. Seriously, even the narrator doesn't know what's going on. Obviously, they aren't disappearing, they're teleporting, and for some people, like Juggernaut, it's not such a nice experience, seeing as he gets warped into DC's universe right at Superman's feet, and missed. On the other side of things, Robin gets teleported to the Marvel side of things and finds himself in Jubilee's bed. So, it's not all bad. Now, if you're going a bit slow here, don't worry, because the comic just launches ahead. Out of nowhere, we jump forward time and find out that J. Jonah Jameson is now in charge of the Daily Planet and subsequently Clark Kent's boss. Why? How? When? All good questions.
Get me pictures of
This
Superman.
comic's gonna take ages to explain it all. Let me just break it down for you. Enter plot tool number 2, a pair of super gods, for lack of a better term. They're the creators of each individual universe. As the story goes, these two gods got in a bit of a tussle eons ago that both ended and began all of creation, including themselves. This clash also caused the splitting of everything into a multiverse, which somehow made them forget about each other's existence until this very moment. Okay, now that the two gods are aware of each other, they can't stand the idea of not being unique and want nothing more than to destroy the other. Guys, can't we all just get along? However, they know that full-out combat between them will end both universes. So a tournament of sorts is devised to settle who stays and who gets erased. The rules are simple: 1 versus 1 against countless heroes and villains.
What,
Whoever
Bane?
neutralizes the other
Okay.
first wins. The universe with the most losses will be erased. Pause. Okay, everybody pause. Before we dig into the battles you've been waiting for, I should explain something. Unlike our research and science-based approach to superhuman brawls, DC and Marvel decided the best way to decide the victors of these fights was via fan voting. Yeah, in fact, that's the reason you never see us use any of the outcomes of these fights in our character rundowns. Although they do a pretty good job with most of the fights and the reasons character X beats Y. For example, Thor ends up beating Shazam, essentially because Thor can control the lightning that Shazam needs to transform, which I can't confirm without research, but it does seem very plausible. The Flash and Quicksilver fight, and the Flash's superior speed leads him to victory, which is the same conclusion that we came to. Oh, and not that it's much of a surprise, but Robin beats Jubilee without breaking a sweat, and for some reason it ends in some light BDSM. So that's a thing. As if this comic wasn't already full of curveballs, DC and Marvel decide to throw us another one. Apparently 2 separate Cosmic Guardians have been working behind the scenes the whole time in an attempt to keep either universe from being erased. Not having much luck keeping the universes safe, the 2 Guardians come together in a last-ditch effort and use their cosmic powers to literally merge the 2 universes. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how we come to the readily forgotten Amalgam Universe. Something few of us ever asked for, yet here we are. DC and Marvel even made a co-label called Amalgam Comics, where they published standalone issues for all these mashup characters. Now, I will admit some of these, like the Batman-Wolverine mixture that is Darkclaw, turned out kinda cool. They even took both the original characters' antagonists, the Joker and Sabretooth, and blended them together to create the Hyena. Silly, but a novel idea. On the other hand, Spider-Boy is on the opposite end of the spectrum. Let me assure you that there aren't really any redeeming aspects inside that standalone comic. Now, I could go on and on and on and on.
Wow,
and
Wonder
on
Woman
about
in the
Amalgam
Storm.
Universe, but we'll save that for another episode. Anywho, after 24 Amalgam issues, the universes are separated back out again. Surprise! Except not really. I mean, who didn't know that was going to happen? With DC and Marvel properly divided, the 2 giant space gods have nothing left to do but battle. And our heroes have nothing to do but watch. Quick side note, who the hell drew Cat's face in this panel? I mean, Batman looks plenty befuddled upon witnessing the fight between 2 galactic gods that will most likely end the existence of all universes. But Captain America, on the other hand, looks like he's high as balls, trying very hard to act natural. Anyway, being the heroes that they are, Batman and Cap jump into the fray, trying to do anything they can to stop this clash of titans. Despite not being able to affect the gods in any way, shape, or form, they get their attention, and once the gods realize that these 2 humans are so unique, so much bigger than even themselves, the gods put down their weapons. It's only then that the 2 deities peer into each other's eyes, inching closer and closer to each other.
And that's how Rock'em Sock'em Robots were born.
No, I'm kidding, Dave. Shake hands and say,
Thank you.
Now, if you haven't figured it out.
See, look, it's totally Rocket Soccer Robots. Look.
Representations of DC
Got
and
app.
Marvel. And the
Look, it's
entire
totally
point of
Rocket
this
Soccer
comic
Robots.
is that
Blue and
despite
red.
butting heads occasionally, they respect each other. That in and of itself is both equal parts lame and awesome.
Also,
So at the
Superman
end
has
of
a
the
mullet.
day, even if this comic is a bit on the nose, it's still a pretty fun read and a cool piece of history. Except for Spider-Boy, that guy is still stupid as hell. Spider-Boy has got to go.
Yeah.
This summer, get $300 off the Samsung Galaxy S8 at Best Buy.
Mark Hoffman, you know, I got the sexiest shirt in the market. Death Battle shirt. You wear this, you're gonna find yourself in a sex battle. I don't know what that is, but I know you'll love it, okay?
Okay, last video.
Spider-Man, New York. Spider-Man, New York's occasionally beloved superhero. He's a dinosaur puncher, an actual spider sometimes, and even a deal maker with the devil. But we're not talking about that today. Oh no. We're talking about the time he was an unexpected guest on Saturday Night Live. I'm Jocelyn the intern. I do all the research. Nobody else wants to. Live from Death Battle, it's Desk of Death Battle. That went way better inside my head. Okay, so we start this whole thing off way back in the 1970s when Marvel had a comic called Marvel Team Up, which was like 90% Spider-Man teaming up with another hero like Iron Fist or the Hulk. However, there's one very, very different issue where Spider-Man teams up with the not ready for primetime players, which in reality is the cast of Saturday Night Live. Times were different back then, as you can tell by the fact that Bill Murray's name is listed fifth. However, one thing that hasn't changed over the years is plagiarism. Because these guys just straight up jacked the famous intro line of A Tale of Two Cities as we see Mary Jane and Peter Parker arriving at NBC to watch SNL. Oh, and Stan Lee just so happens to be hosting this particular week. Dude, that guy's like everywhere, all the time. Can he like clone himself or something? Oh my god, Stan Lee's a superhero. Oh, it all makes sense. Okay, saving that for a different Desk of Death Battle. Okay, moving on.
Actually, he's like being teleported through time by watchers. That's an entire thing.
Before Peter's spider sense goes off and he starts prowling around the building for trouble. It's kind of what he does. Although Spidey might not know the details, we, the reader, have luckily been informed on exactly what's happening. Turns out that John Belushi has gotten his hands on an ancient Japanese ring from a bit of fan mail. If that wasn't a silly enough plot device, Belushi has also gotten the ring stuck on his finger. Oh, and if that wasn't bad enough, the Silver Samurai and a squad of goons are here to take the ring back and likely kill whoever has it. So in short, Belushi is yeah. Obviously, it isn't long until Spider-Man and the SNL cast are all slowly informed of the situation. But in an odd turn of events, it's Bill Murray who's providing all the answers, seeing as he's not only knocked out one of the thugs, but has infiltrated their ranks in order to get all the details of their scheme. Okay, is it just me or is this starting to sound like a Scooby-Doo episode? Like, straight up. The cast all do their part to help fight off the invaders by using their superhero props and a bit of ingenuity. However, not every attempt is successful, like when Garrett Morris dons a Thor outfit and the mobsters quickly point out how odd it is that the Norse god of thunder is black, which is at the very least a quality observation for your typical goon. Sadly, their revelation doesn't really help them because Bill Murray and Gilda Radner electrocute the metal grating that they're standing on. Why they didn't do that in the first place is beyond me, but it's at this point that I'd like to remind you that this is all happening while the show is still going on. With the majority of the henchmen dispatched, the only baddie left is the big one, the Silver Samurai, who's still on the hunt for this mysterious ring. Meanwhile, Belushi is headed to the stage for his next skit, which, of his famous samurai gags. So now that Belushi is entirely dressed as a samurai, complete with katana, it's about time he runs into the Silver Samurai. Naturally, a sword fight breaks out immediately. To everyone's surprise, including the Silver Samurai, Belushi actually has a bit of skill with a sword, although that skill could just be cocaine strength. I mean, it's Belushi after all. Anyway, the samurai disarms Belushi, and with one goal in mind, he grasps at the ring and starts tugging away. It isn't until Spider-Man swoops in, kicking the samurai back, that Belushi's ring finally slides off. Then, out of nowhere, right when you think Silver Samurai is screwed, he announces that the ring is part of something called the Teleportation Matrix, and straight up teleports out of 30 Rock. For some reason, no one even thinks twice about that shit. I mean, it's the 70s. You think they got special effects like teleporting samurais on SNL? I would have been losing my mind. Also, the cast just seems to brush it all off like it was just another Saturday night for them. I mean, half the cast got attacked by a mystical samurai, and an unscripted sword fight took place live on stage.
Drugs.
This should not be normal. Police reports should be filed. I don't care if it was only a minor case of kidnapping. You don't just brush that shit off like it's just another wacky day at NBC. You were fucking kidnapped by armed thugs. Then again, I guess this is the SNL cast most notorious for their love of drugs and alcohol, so maybe this is just another weekend for them. Fun fact, the ring John Belushi got was actually meant for an import-exporter named J.B. Lushi, who has an office in 30 Rock. But thanks to a bit of rain and smudged ink, the post office sent it to dear old John instead. Hate when that happens.
There's a lot going
Yeah,
on
then.
here in Charlottesville. This
See you
small
guys.
city is no